Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Well, listeners, we'd like to say a pleasant good evening from Liberia. Good afternoon to our diaspora followers. And let me say a pleasant good evening to you, Miss Catherine Gibson. Welcome to today's edition.
Hi. I feel an echo. Am I echoing?
Yeah, we're good.
I'm good? Okay. Hi, welcome. So happy to be here on a Wednesday.
Okay, I'm okay.
Well, I'm doing great as well.
Good. Joseph, go ahead, take over the show. I'm just here to listen in. I was excited. There was a lot of news, so I came on to hear all the different news that Lavetta has and that you have, Joseph. It was just a lot of news today. It was coming out of interview. Yes, Colobo went to the court today. So there's a lot going on in the area.
Your sounding breaking in.
You are coming breaking.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and come out.
Yeah, a lot of things happened today in the country, and as a matter of fact, the biggest news in town, as you may all be, you may all be aware, is the Yeke Kaluba's case, the case involving the Supreme Court of Liberia. That is the case between Honorable Yeke Kaluba of District Number 10 and that of the House of Representatives. And so he have filed in a bit of information on the 20th of this month, and then that was last Monday, and the case was scheduled today. And then when it got there, the court asked the House of Representatives to do a return and to file in a return, and so that return was filed in the communication that was filed in. As a matter of fact, the Honorable House of Representatives through their legal team told the House that the Supreme Court in the communication that they did not receive any communication from the Supreme Court of Liberia, and so that's how they went on with their rulings, their proceedings there in plenary, leading to the expulsion of Honorable Yake Kaluba. And today they have gone there, and so the court again will look into the case. There was no ruling today, but the court will look into the case, and then they will come back, and then upon their return, there will be a ruling into the matter. So yes, a lot has happened. The AFL recruitment is ongoing today. I think they will finalize the recruitment today, but so far so good. Yes, a lot has happened. So the court will now make a determination into the case. I don't know whether you got me when I was reporting about the case. So yes. So the House told in their return to the court that they did not receive a communication, as a matter of fact. But Honorable Kaluba has been asking questions, as a matter of fact, because if he was expelled because of according to them, gross violation and continued disrespect to that house, and so on that basis or those bases he was being expelled, then why is it that they had to turn him over to the Ministry of Justice for prosecution if according to them he was expelled for those reasons? Because it was not stated about his involvement or the comments he made regarding the Liberia Guinea border in Foya. So yeah, so It is now. Perhaps we will wait another time so that the court can come up with a ruling. So far so good. Again, like I said, you have a recruitment ongoing. Today or tomorrow should be the last day. The number has gone down. Prior to that, there has been, I mean, influx of young people here in Montserrat and other parts of the country. They do the recruitment regionally, and so that has been. And yeah, so other things. Perhaps today, Mr. Cummings appeared at OKFM. A lot of things he said. One of the biggest things he said that when he becomes president, well, he will let go of his salary, and that is a big news in the country. So far, so good.
Wow, thank you, thank you. Lavetta, lovely Lavetta. How you doing? How has your day been today?
Yeah, my day is going good. I'm okay.
Good, good. And Joseph, our host for today, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. And you?
I'm doing good. The weather is good here. I'm in Atlanta today. I was in Tennessee this weekend in the mountains, and beautiful, beautiful mountains in Tennessee. Tennessee, the state of Tennessee is just as big as Liberia,
Wow.
and it's like 4 hour drive from Atlanta. I went there for a tournament and stayed the weekend, and I got to see all the different mountains, and it was just a nice, nice weekend. But I'm here at work, and can't wait to hear the news from Lavetta today. What's our trending news, Lavetta?
Today is February 29, 2026. Good evening from the nation's capital, Monrovia, and welcome to LIB Future News Update. Cummings vows to forgo presidential salary, outlines $2 billion budget vision if elected 2029. Alternative National Congress political leader Alexander Cummings says he will not accept a salary if elected president of Liberia in 2029, pledging to publicly disclose the amount and donate it to charity, mostly education, with full transparency on how the funds are used. I will not take a salary. I will make public the full amount and donate it as charity, mostly to education, and ensure transparency on how those funds will be used, Cummings said. He also promised 3 meals a day for Liberians and to create opportunities for citizens to pay rent. Cummings said Liberia's budget could grow to $2 billion United States dollars if the country invests in agriculture, housing, tourism, and reforms to generate more revenue from natural resources. On health, he pledged to invest in transformational initiatives like primary health care and clinics to treat malaria, hypertension, and address childbirth concerns. Commenting on the recent removal of Representative Yeke Koluba, Cummings added, I don't agree with Koluba's choice of words, but his removal is not legitimate. As Mines Minister Pierre fought Vice President Kuhn over concession comments. Former Mines and Energy Minister Wilmot Pay has challenged Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn over contradictory remarks on concession reviews, saying they conflict with President Joseph Boakar's stated policy. On ELBC on Monday, Kuhn warned that undergoing construction signs by past administration could make Liberia appear hostile to foreign investments. Pierre said Tuesday that officials must align statements with government policy, warning that divergence creates confusion and undermines credibility. Abrupt child indictment moved Liberia closer to recovering millions. Arab Chairman Councillor Edwin Mountain said Thursday that four major indictments involving over 74 individuals, 100 United States dollars, 100 million United States dollars, and 89 million have moved Liberia closer to recovering misused public funds. Speaking on OKFM, he said the cases are now before the courts, enabling access tracing, account freezes, and recovery orders. Mountain stressed that Arab's role is to investigate and present strong cases while courts determine peace and process. However, critics say the assessed recovery team has not recovered any money to date, despite spending millions on salaries and office space. Liberians note that assets recovery was a key Unity Party campaign, a promise that remains unfulfilled. National Security Advisor denies sabotaging war crimes court process. The Office of the National Security Advisor has rejected claims by War Crimes Court Office Chief Counselor Jala Babu that NSA Samuel K. Woods II is obstructing the transitional justice agenda. In an April 26 statement, the office called the accusation false, unfounded, and ill-fated, saying Woods supports the court as part of President's arrest agenda. Babu had alleged funding delays and a bureaucratic obstacle, noting the office received $800,000 of $2 million promised in 2025 and none of $1.2 million budgeted for 2026. However, Liberians say the Unity Party has yet to fulfill its key campaign promise on assets recovery, with no funds reported recovered to date. Missing file delays rape case highlights justice system failures. A 57-year-old rape survivor is still awaiting a court date 4 months after reporting a broad daylight assault witnessed by her grandson, with court officials saying the missing case file has now been found and trial may begin this term. Express one delays could see the accused free on bail. Women's rights advocates condemn law enforcement and court failures to protect victims as the survivor continue to suffer trauma from the attack at a golf field. A defense witness disputes FIA timeline in National Security Funds trial. A defense witness, Stanley Ford, challenged prosecution claims in the National Security Funds trial Tuesday, disputing the FIA only joined the National Joint Security in July 2023. Ford testified that a July 2023 letter from NSA Jefferson Camon signed a communication code, not formal membership, and said FIA had long collaborated with Joint Security. He argued prosecutors brought security apparatus with membership to question defendants' actions, noting he previously used personal phones to reach counterparts. And government waives RP fees for sports stakeholders for 1 month. The Liberia Intellectual Property Office has waived administrative fees for RP registration by sports stakeholders for 1 month, effective immediately to lower barriers and formalize RP access in the sector. Director General Garmin Kobo said in a World RP Day address that the waiver cover athletes and footballers seeking to protect and commercialize their RP access. My name is Lavecta Davis. I presented the latest new updates from Liberia.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Elsa.
Thank
Thanks.
you, Joseph. Go ahead.
Well, today we have we have a couple of issues to discuss today on this platform. There are a lot of issues that is affecting the lives of the ordinary Liberians that need to be discussed, that need immediately addressed, and we are going to go into it and we will discuss it bit by bit. One has to do with the poor educational sector. Yes, the both CDCs and UP have failed massively. When it comes to improving the educational sector, they have failed massively, and I actually really don't understand why whenever I speak on those both the previous government and the present, sometimes people you know come at me saying I should not say this government I feel, the other government I feel, and the reason for which uh, all of these governments have failed is because if you cannot provide or enabling environment for your citizens, for the grassroots to learn properly, you have failed. If you cannot improve the private sector that the ordinary Liberians can get job, you have failed. So I really just don't understand. That's why I said on my previous show that we should do away with the CDC and UP policies stuff because it's not helping our country. But before, I don't want to dive too deep into it. I will come back to it, but then I got other topics I need to introduce. Yes, another one has to do with the AFL recruitment process. It is unfair. It is unfair that and it's very disheartening that we see a security, I, should I say, a key security entity of our beloved nation conducting an a recruitment process publicly. I think there are so many. If for any reason we won't qualify, people joining the armed forces of Liberia, there are so many unique ways to conduct that. Offer a written test, and the process you people went through was not even, I would say it wasn't wrong, but then going live, humiliating peaceful citizen. There are a lot of people does not or present well when they are, you know, in public, when they are being, I mean, phobia. There, I don't know. What are you people understand the issue of phobia? Yeah, if you can do something and you appear and phobia take over you, you become lost. And you cannot judge somebody by it. You give them a reading test. You're looking for a high school graduate, right? A sixth grade student can read properly. A ninth grade student can read. A student, in the ninth grade can read. You cannot make a judgment based on there are some people that they are not good at talking. Yes, they are not good at talking, but they are good at writing. And the armed forces need people in every capacity. They need masonry. They need that. They need people in different functions. There are a lot of you in the armed forces today that you people were never a high school graduate before joining the high school, the armed forces of Liberia, and nobody never humiliated you because you are never a high school graduate. Now we move to the next topic, which is additional Cummings previous interviews. There's a later interview early this morning with Julia Jets on OKFM. We have a recap of that video to play, and we play that. We will analyze it, and we try to make sense out of it and discuss it properly as a rational thing. Now, cisgraduating, I would always say cisgraduate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, cisgraduate because I'm
Mhm.
I'm a person that I respect ladies a lot, and whether I'm older than you or you older than me, I always give ladies that respect.
I will never tell you my age, Jefferson. I will never tell you my age, Joseph. Never.
And mine, when I would never tell you my age as well. This is yeah. So looking at these three talking points that are just online, like the first, which have to do with the failure of CDC and the Unity Party failure on I get the failure in the educational sector, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So on that one, like I said, I like everyone who listens to LIB Future TV. I'm Catherine Gibson, and my father is from Maryland County, Capamas. My mother is from Arlington. I was born in New York. And so I would say about a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, after COVID, I was able to come to Liberia for the first time to see it for myself. And I didn't know anything about Unity Party. I didn't know anything about CDC, really. I just came to the country just to see it for myself because this is where my parents are from and they talked to me so many times about the country. And when I got here and I started to try to do research to find out why the country was in the condition that it was compared to what they tell me about, I did research on, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I read her book. I did research on Joseph Bokai. I did research on the CDC, George Weah. And what I found out was the reason why Liberia is the way it is, it's not because of the country, it's not because of the people, it's because the way they vote, choosing leaders. They don't look at what the person has done, what the person has accomplished. They just mainly look at popularity, and they look at who they know. And I even read an article one time where they said, well, if you give me a bag of rice or a cup of rice and a t-shirt, then they will vote for you. And I did research on Alex Cummings. And then that's when I realized that this is a person who has the experience to change the country. This is a person who would give good education, good health care to the country. This is a person who has the experience, the background, and the knowledge to change the country. And that's how I started to support him. And I didn't realize, politics in Liberia, there's so much that happens where, they come out with this propaganda, and it's all kind of things they bring up about you. They talk about all kind of foolishness, and people just get distracted by that and not focus on, I want my children to go to a good school. I want 3 meals a day. I want good health care. I want electricity. I, I want internet. I don't know why Liberia has it where you have a cell phone, you have Orange, and you have MTN. You have to buy data. It's just so complicated. Whereas in other countries, you just pay one time for one cell phone bill, you're done for the month. In Liberia, everything is just a hardship. And that's because of the system. And so
Sure.
I agree with you. CDC, UP, those are not the good parties for the country. I think that Mr. Cummings and the ANC will change the system in the country. They will bring a change the country, take it into the future. And I agree with you that the education system is just the same like healthcare. It's just the same like farming and agriculture. Under these two parties, they talk about it, but they don't know how to actually fix it. Yeah.
Sure. Catherine, my problem here with those political leaders is this. Because of their own political, advertisement, they will want to keep the ordinary citizen into actual poverty. Because sometimes if you don't understand how this country runs, how people behaves in the country. For me, I have lived amongst these people for quite a very long time. I've never left leave Liberia since I was born. Up to now, I have never experienced even some of the counties in this country. I've never visited it. So a lot of things I know. I live among the people. I hear them speak. I know, how they relate to things. So one thing is this. The politicians, their strategies they designed is to keep the people in continuous actual poverty. So that whenever they need them, they will come running. For instance, I think I appear as guest on one of your show, and I make a similar comment on this. But then, because whenever you got a family head is, unemployed, and he needs to take care of a family, and then one politician just wake up one morning and comes to say, but then we got some political, we're going on campaign toy what we want, so politician want you to go register in Kidman or my Kibi. They will be paying you $30, they'll be paying $20. So because that individual does not have He just woke up on bed and don't have he don't even know where to turn. He don't have the first rated $5, right? And coming to him with that kind of offer, he will accept. So this is where the actual politics have been played. The issue of rice distribution, if you take for instance, if you got we have 5 million people in this country, right? If you
Right.
got 2 million people working in this country, they are working, taking the assumption that we got 2 million working class people in this country, and everybody is working. They are earning something better, right? If you think that, I mean, they are earning, let me assume that the least amount is like their gross salary should be around $500, and then maybe probably the take home should be around maybe 450 or maybe 425, something like that, when taxes extraction. Do you think that person will leave their job and go parade or go campaign for some politicians if they
No.
got serious job to do? No, they wouldn't do it. So these people, they strategize this so that we, the ordinary people, will continue to run to them. But a lot of people, and again, I just can't blame them because these people don't know who to trust. They don't know who to trust because a lot of politicians have failed it.
Right.
So it is up to us to educate them and make them to understand that this is the path you need to take. And you understand?
Right.
Come to now, their food, it is coming, and I will tell you for free, right? Catch the reason I support Kumi agenda is because I've been in the labor advocacy for a very long time. I currently got a show on Hot FM. Free, that I've been using my resources, my colleague and myself, I've been using our resources, educating people, about their labor rights. And I know how a lot of Liberians, rights have been violated in the labor sector. And with Alexander P. Cummings, and his salary structure that he presented is in line with what we have been discussing on our platform. Like, at least the minimum wage, the current minimum wage in our country is 68 cents per hour, which is $5.50 per day. There is no, in our current dispensation, there is no family that can live on $5.50 per day and be able to send your children to good school, clothing, give them good health care. It can't work. And there are companies that paying people far below the minimum wage in this country, and the government does nothing about it. When you any leader that means well for the people, we first prioritize the private sector. There is no serious money government that is the higher employer of a country.
For me, I don't think President Buckeye actually means bad for Liberia. And I don't think that former President George Weah actually means bad for Liberia. Honestly, I just think that even though you have a vision to do something, it doesn't mean you have the know-how to do it. They call it talk
Sure.
and do,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I have a vision, Joseph. One
Hmm.
day I will be able to plant flowers and they will grow. You see, my
Okay.
plant back here is dying. I'm not good at taking care of flowers and plants. I just get so busy, I forget to water them and then they end up dying. But I have a dream. One day I will be able to do this. I think Joseph Boakai, I think President Boakai, they have a vision for the country. They talk about it, what they want to see, the arrest, the poor, but do they know how to implement it? No.
I think they lack the technical know-how.
They don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
And
they
that's the
lack the technical.
difference between them and Mr. Cummings, because Mr. Cummings has had to do that for most of his life. If he did not deliver on executing and completing and successfully having an outcome, he would have been fired. Instead, he kept doing it. He worked at LBDI. He worked in the banks in Liberia. He's from Liberia. He came back to Liberia. He represented Liberia on the world stage. And in business, all you have to do is have a plan and make that plan work. And that's what he would do for the government and for the country in Liberia. So that's why I think, for me, I want to see healthcare. I want to see education. I have a house in Liberia. I want to be there. I don't want to retire in the United States. Most of the people that are from Liberia don't want to retire in the United States. They want to come back to their own country, and they want to see the kids off the street selling. They want a good life
Yeah.
for the people in Liberia. But we have some videos. We can start to play those videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to implement policies that will immediately affect the lives of ordinary Liberians. So we want to immediately, for example, I'll give you multiple examples. We want to immediately invest heavily in healthcare, what we call primary healthcare. What kills most Liberians is virus. These are facts, right? In no particular order: malaria, typhoid, hypertension, diabetes, childbirth. I think there's 6. There's one I'm forgetting. We need to make sure we got clinics with drugs, healthcare workers paid, nurses, midwives, birthing rooms. Those things will impact people's lives right away. We want to make sure we're paying the people that do the real work: police officers, healthcare workers, teachers, the military people, civil servants, pay them what I call a living wage, at least $400-500 a month. It will impact their lives right away. We want to make sure we're offering loans to Liberian businesses, all the way from micro loans, market women, etc., to medium and large Liberian businesses, great financing for them to grow and expand their businesses. It will help them directly. We want to implement a national youth service program to help with the unemployment issue. It's not the ultimate solution to unemployment, but it's a bridge to unemployment. Then we want to invest in those things that will create jobs and generate growth. We will invest more in agriculture. The first A in the arrest agenda is agriculture. If you look at the original budget, I think they were allocating like $30 million in agriculture. That you can't be serious if you're doing that, right? In the supplemental budget, I think they only allocated another $500,000 or $1 million. Agriculture is a growth driver. It's a job creator. And when I say invest in agriculture, I don't mean just farming. Farming plus building factories to add value to our agricultural products, right? So we investing in housing. Liberian new housing. It will create jobs, by the way, and it will solve a problem, right? That's another opportunity. Investing in tourism, right? If you look at Kenya today, look at South Africa today, look at Senegal today, look at the Gambia, big part of the economy is all about tourism. We got 350 miles of beaches in Liberia. We got mountain, waterfalls, all that kind of stuff, right? So those are things we'll invest in that will directly begin to influence the life.
And you think the current government, headed by your friend, is not doing some of those things?
No, I mean, look at the allocation of the budget. Clarence, again, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. My favorite quotation from Albert Einstein.
That's gone so why?
We are allocating, so the budget is now going to over $1 billion. Right? By the way, in 2017, as you know, at the debate, I said back then that our budget should be more than $1 billion United States dollars, and I was ridiculed. And we should have been there long time ago faster. Okay, we're there now. Check. By the way, it should be even $2 billion plus, and I can tell you why. But even though we got this increased amount, we're allocating the same way into recurring expenses, right? Into investing in the government instead of investing in the people, right? Why are we not investing into electricity, into water systems? I mentioned into tourism, into agriculture. Those are things paying civil servants more so they have a living wage. Why we're not taking that incremental money and allocating it differently than we have in the past? Instead, we're investing more in the legislature. 103 people, over $50 million United States dollars. Why? When the average teacher.
Why do you think our budget will go up to
So, Jefferson, this is an example of someone telling you what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. He keeps saying that the reason why we're not getting things done is because the budget is too expensive. They spend too much money on the legislatures, the ministers, their cars, their travel. If you go to work for Mr. Cummings in his government, Patrick Horner would not have a $3,000 for his generator, because
Sure.
all of these expenses, you cannot pay for agriculture. You cannot pay for housing. The 600 affordable housing, where is that? You cannot pay for microloans for market women. You cannot pay for the youth service because you're paying so much money on cars, travel, salary, and that money is not going into the Liberian people.
Well, it is sad that our president will draft a budget that only favor the hierarchies of the government, that will only favor the legislature, because the president will first of all draft the budget in his favor. He send it to the legislature, and then what they want to be added, they will add it there. And they drafted a $1.2 billion budget. A majority goes in allowances, travels, fancy vehicles. It makes no sense. Why are the ordinary people benefiting from this ethnic budget? We talk about poor education sector. One of the reasons these people downplay the education sector is because their children does not attend or government institution. I think when we have a president who will demand every government official to send their children to government institution, I think there will be a lot of focus on improving the government schools in the country. In other nations, government institutions are the best. But in Liberia, it's not that. Because you find government schools. In government schools, you have less fortunate people, you know, going there to acquire education. Private institutions is where those that can afford will send their children. Even some mothers will sell their pepper and uh, potato grains to facilitate their children through some private schools. But not every mother have the energy to do that. So it is very sad. And then we have somebody who understands how all of these things work. Because one thing about Mr. Comey is this: the issue of serving in government is not about you trying to accommodate wealth. It's about you leaving that legacy. When you spoke about uh, not taking his salary if elected as president.
Yes, I saw that all around. Why
Yeah.
was that so? Why did everybody just jump on that one thing?
No, he said it, and apparently, you know, you have that, going around because others will perceive it differently. Like my way of understanding it, the other person, because once they're against, they will try to pull it their own way. Because he said that I will not take my salary. I will direct it out of the charity, or because he said I love education. He outlined those areas that he interested in education sector, like technologies, other things that he said I will invest. I will tell them, oh yes, you put this money in that sector and improve it. And you not what people fail to realize is not because you said that you would not take salary, it means that you would just leave that area open. No, it will not be left open. It will not it will not be left open. You will have to direct it somewhere, and it will be monitored. So fellow Liberians, let us not try to get this issue of Mr. Cummings speaking about his salary. He's not going to take his salary and he's going to direct his salary to he's saying going to direct his salary to a specific account. Like direct, they don't say it. No, he said he would not take that salary, but he will direct it to set out of the educational sector, because he believes in the educational sector, like in the area of technologies and other basic education. How you got it to do like that? But then other people perceive it differently. Where I was sitting watching that interview, some of my colleagues around perceive it differently. But I said it is because you people are not, in the interest of this man. So you people, anything he says, it will not be in line with you. You will not accept it. But
Mhm.
why he's saying, why you have said it make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because he has money, so he doesn't need the salary. He's not
He
doing it
said
for salary.
he said, and one thing, another thing he said was that not because I'm saying that I would not take my, I will not take salary. It means that other people shouldn't take their salary. No,
Right. No, yeah.
for me, I'm blessed. So I don't need,
Right.
yeah. No. I'm not demanding other people do not take their salary. No. But I, my belief is that he just want to set a path for Liberia that we will, grow gradually, even
Right.
his time and beyond. No, but we got a lot of work to do, and we stay, focus and continue to talk to the Liberian people, because the ordinary people are in the majority. They understand. They are the ones that don't understand the politics that have been played in this country. They have been food on rice, or small petty things.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
yeah.
Did Jefferson come back? Not yet.
Mm,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I heard him talk about tourism,
yeah.
housing, paying people more, investing in agriculture,
Mhm.
microloan for market women, and a youth service for unemployment. And to your point, the reason why he says he wants to be president and not vice president, not senator, not representative, is because the president is the one that creates the budget.
Yeah.
And the budget is the reason why Liberia is stuck. Because when the presidents are creating these budgets, most of the money goes back to them and the government. He said $50 million out of $1 billion budget goes to pay for 103 people in the legislature.
Yes.
103 people share $50 million. That's half the country's money goes to them. And then the rest of it, there's not enough money left to do the things that need to be done in the country. Just like somebody who in their household,
Yeah.
they get money and they don't spend it on food, they don't spend it on the children, they don't spend it on clothes. They're just spending it on going out to drink,
Yeah.
going out to the casino. You run out of money, you don't have school fees. Then you run out of money, you don't have food to eat. That's the same way this government operate. It spends money on itself. Then they don't have money for road. Then they don't have money for school. Then they're going all around from country to country, asking for money, asking for money, asking for money. When you got resources, you got gold, you got iron, you got these things. You're not making use of your resources. You're just spending the money on your generator. You're spending the money on $1 million cars. You going on travel. You taking 20 people when you travel out of the country. Then nothing come of the travel. So that's the problem with Liberia, and that's the difference with Mr. Cummings.
And one of the thing I want to speak about is the issue of job creations in the country. Like, for instance, a lot of people, I believe that most of our previous president and current, does not understand what it means for their citizens to be employed. The more employed citizens you have, the more revenue you generate. You take, for instance, you have 2 million working class, and at the end of every month, right? I will just take the minimum, which is like, you take like 25, yes, it's $75 in taxes, right? if you do the math, you calculate $75 times 2 million people. Yeah, just hold on a bit. Let me do that math. Yeah, you got 2 millions, 2 million times 75. We'll be talking about $150,000,
150 million.
150 million rather,
Mm-hmm.
in revenue generation for a month, just from employees. Yes, from the workforce. That 2 million workforce of the country. So, and you compare that with the those concession agreement, those kickbacks that they get from those concessions, agreements, and things around. That lot will be coming to the government. Then what do you think? You know what I'm saying? So I really just can't understand. I don't know what as to why they can really think and understand understand how to run government, how to really raise money. Because when I hear Mr. Coleman speaking about the private sector, that's where my belief comes in, that he understands governance. He understands how to raise funds, for government.
I
Because
have a video on that. I'm gonna play that video.
okay,
Demands on the government to manage the business.
It is often said that sometimes there are very good people who come to become president of the country.
Demands on the government to manage the business.
It is often said that sometimes there are very good people who come to become president of the country, but the system and the people around them can change them. What kind of president would you be?
We gotta change the system. And again, I'm glad you mentioned that, right? Again, it goes back to keep doing the same thing over and over and expect different results. So, and I've heard people say, oh, you can't change the system, this is Liberia. I said that's nonsense. We Liberians, we go and live in other countries, in Africa, in the rest of the world, right? And we follow the rules, we follow those systems, and there are examples of Liberians. I am one who have put new systems in place, change systems that are different and better. So we need to change the systems in Liberia, right? We need to change behaviors. Look, we have been organized this sort of unitary, centralized government, the superintendents, into the mayors. Are we holding them accountable differently, right? We need to truly, not superficial, we need to truly put responsibilities down. That's just one example of systemic changes we need to make. We need to use technology. We need to digitize the country. We need to digitize the government, e-government. Look, today, if I want to go to Kenya, I can get a visa online on my phone. African countries, right? I'm not even talking about Dubai. You can, just an example of how you can use technology, right? And when you use technology, you can reduce the corruption, all that stuff, right? Because you're not handling physical cash, right? If you think about the economy and the amount of cash that I handle, we need to encourage mobile money. We need to encourage point of sale, debit cards, credit cards, right? But technology is another way you can change the system, right? You can improve people's lives, right? We should make sure all Liberians have access to the internet. All Liberians have access to cell phone, right? Technology can begin to change the lives of our country so that you can sit in Liberia and you can work online. But our internet, it happens today by some people, right? But it needs to be consistent. It needs to happen across the country. So those are some of the systemic changes we can make to change the system, right? Change behaviors. So one of the things we did in our platform, the ANC, was we call engaging hearts and minds. How do we engage us Liberians to think about our country differently? How do you use sports? How do you use art, culture, music, religion? Those things, right? Sports teaches teamwork. It actually teaches integrity if you're intentional about it. Religion, same thing. You think about arts, music, culture. People listen to it. It can influence behavior, right? It can influence how you act, how you think, right? So if we're intentional about using those vehicles, if you invest in those things, again, that's part of the systemic change, the psychological change of our people in our country. And again, we can do these things, right? So yes, we gotta change the system.
Yeah, Joseph.
Librarians are missing, I don't know, something, someone very special. You know, this country actually needs someone like Alexander Bacon, a visionary leader, a leader who thinks outside the box, a vision who, a leader who thinks, you know, far beyond human imaginations. If you listen to Mr. Cummings, you know, it proved that he actually meant well for this country, and he, if be given the chance to lead this nation, he will take Liberia to a greater level. It is only, you know, I don't know what this Unity Party and this CDC thing have in, what should I say, clown the people minds that they are just glued to this, you know, because it's not helping them on a daily basis, day-to-day basis. It's not helping. We are still on the same path. We need to start to think rationally, not thinking like, oh yeah, because my XYZ United Vaccine or my I got it like sedition, I can't do this, I can't do that. No, no, no. It's not it's not healthy for our country. We need to do away with the United Party and the CDC thing and try to make decisions that will benefit the future of our nation and the future of our unborn children, our children, you know, our great grand, that they will come and meet, you know, those legacy that we all, contributed to. But I really just can't understand where Liberia is heading with all of the things that is going on around us. We are, I mean, honestly, Gadri, I feel devastated at times, feel very broken when, yes, you see some families, when you feel that you actually, facing difficulty, when you see some family, you feel, wow, I thought I was really suffering, but then this, what I'm seeing is quite, pathetic. We need to grow. We need, and the thing is, some people always say, because I'm I always been, engaged by some of my colleagues speaking about why your man coming, got to bring to the table and this and that. Why he cannot do it now and all of that thing. I say, well, there are decisions that need to be taken. Only a president can take that decision. Like he spoke about the budget, right? It is the president that draft the budget and send it to the legislature. But then there are concessions I will come in. It's the president that will look at the identical constitution and weigh it before even sending it to the legislatures. So the decision that need to be taken it can only be done by the presidency.
Let me play this video for you because you brought up real people in the country and what they are going through.
Yeah.
So we have another person here with us. Good afternoon and welcome to have your say on LIB Future TV. What is your name? Come again with your name?
Patricia.
Okay, Patricia. Are you one of those affected by the demolition exercise carried out by MCC yesterday here at the 12th Street area?
So true.
So tell me, when did you first learn about this demolition exercise that was carried out yesterday by MCC?
You were not aware.
You were not aware?
I was not aware yesterday. My food, everything was shaking when the people came. They started breaking it. All my things, everything spoiled. Everything spoiled yesterday. As you can see, everything damaged. When I was looking for money to fix it, it was for me to start selling for my children to eat. Yeah. The president will vote for the president will go. One of them for the particular president, he's not supposed to do the one to us. I think when you're taking it on, face the place. But the place will remain there and the people start putting all the toilet in there. They play with you, they play with the dumper for the people. Yeah. They say they want to just work out agree to it, but not him. He not just he need to start breaking now. Like now when I'm breaking inside you, but he don't want inside in now.
What is his name?
Just start breaking. That his name then I will be calling him because you're not damaged there, but what you money can be for him. And now he RSC is going how you better follow live our own life.
So you've been selling here for how many years?
I've been selling for almost 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and 1 year we voted for the man. And 1 year, they may not feel the place and that's what break it. At least when you break it, you get stuff facing. When you break it, it will meet there. But the people start putting toilet all year.
So how will this demolition exercise affect you and your family?
It affect me, my family a lot.
Yeah, how will it affect you?
And I get no horseman. Like only they place my horseman that they were taking my children's school fees from. They were happy that day yesterday. All my food spoiled. My children I didn't get food to eat yesterday because everything damaged. My father and I even for everything somewhere there. Oh no, yes, I don't know if the children taking from the carry for the made it. Oh yes, keep running yellow machines today. They get start cleaning. So I think if I will force for when I'm going to start tomorrow and be passing around with the food. So I expect for all the late now. Yeah, they're suffering too much for all. You have to try to do something for all. They're suffering too much for all. We can't vote for you until you point out how they do.
Okay, Tigma was speaking on our camera right here.
Thank you.
All right, so that is the voice of one of the victims here at the 12th Street area. You just listen to her. How will we survive? You come and break our area. All right, so if you are there, this is LIB Future TV. You have your say on LIB Future TV, the platform where we give the people the chance to be heard. Don't you go away, keep listening, and don't forget to follow our page, LIB Future TV, for more content here from Liberia.
Demands on the government to manage the business.
It is often said that sometimes there are very good people who come to
Nobody is saying you shouldn't clean the street or clear the street, but you should give people notice. You should give people a chance, tell them we're going to be doing this street in 6 months or 2 months. And you should have jobs available for these people, training for them, different opportunities for them, somewhere else to go, maybe another marketplace. You just come, break their livelihood down. You don't give them notice, no chance at all. The woman said her children didn't even eat that day. And her pots, she don't know where to start. They were just under all the pile. You know, it's time for a change. It's time for a change in that country.
Liberia actually need a change, right? We need to graduate from this technical level. You know, the issue of politics in this country have done more harm to our people than good. We have suffered a lot in this country in the hands of every government that have come and gone. We have not. I mean, it is sad to see that you will I got it when you were running a campaign, you saw people along the street selling, and those very same people were all jumping in the ring and you know hoping for a change. They voted you because they needed that change. But then it's sad to see that the very same people that were cheering you from the side where you came to power, and then without finding job for them, or trying to find set up a marketplace for them to to be relocated, and you just you know go about removing them just like that. And then even people you met in government, some government entities, you remove them from the payroll. And I mean, without compensating that, it is bad. And what really surprised me is one of my colleagues today telling me that all of this downsizing and thing this government have been doing, they create jobs, create offices for the president, create offices for his friends, like for instance that rest committee. Yeah, what is the rest committee doing? you know Create a pool on the rest committee, but then that rest committee, they just there taking free salary, create another pool. I mean that all those people that they have downsized, they take all of jobs and things, all those salaries and things, this is where they are sending it to your friends. And it is bad.
Yeah, this is why, we are here on this show, um, to give people an understanding that things don't have to be this way. You don't have to keep going back and forth between, the CDC, the UP, the CDC, the UP. You have an alternative. Also, you have someone that has a vision, someone who can actually fix the country. For people who ask you why he hasn't done it, because he doesn't have $1 billion. And even if he did have $1 billion, that would not change the mining contracts, the concession contracts, the education system. It will not change. He will not be able to bring jobs. He will not be able to implement rule of law. He will not be able to implement good health care, because only the president makes those decisions. He's the
Sure.
president. So people who say why he hasn't done it, he's done a lot. We have gone over it on this show. Mr. Cummings has done so much for Liberia as a private citizen. But he cannot fix the country unless he is a president, because the president makes the budget. The president hires ministers, decide how much he's going to pay them. The president negotiate with the legislature, deciding, look, I'm not going to sign this budget. You're not going to get paid unless you take a pay cut. You don't need to get a new car every 3 years.
Yeah.
You don't need to have a $45,000 car. You don't need it. You don't need to have gas slip, phone data. You don't need all of that. We can take a lot of this money from $50 million. We can cut them down a lot. so that they are not taking up all the budget on themselves. And we can put that money into agriculture to make jobs, giving microloans to market women. We can pay people more with the money that we spend. And then they want to add more representatives too. Ah, I don't know. Is Jefferson ready to take calls?
Yeah, I think he is positioned to do that.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's close up, Joseph, and then let's take some calls. I know the Liberian people have something to say about the interview.
Yes, Ms. Gibson. Sorry, I had a very long board meeting. It's still on too, but yes, I'm here. And this is the program LIB Future TV you're listening to, fellow Liberians. And I mean, you've listened to the conversation. Indeed, just before we tip course, let me just chip in. We're talking about salaries and government officials, getting expensive cars and what have you, all these luxurious vehicles. These are some of the things that are, that have led to this country's backwardness. And if we continue now, you cannot determine the president's salary. You don't know how much the president. I mean, just being the president alone pays you. You are the president. It pays you a lot. So what I mean, the issue of the salary and what have you should not even be a conversation I think we should be having, because looking at the president's budget alone, just to take care of him and what have you, and I mean, so Liberia will only gets better. Things will only improve when the interest of the country is now, put forth, and it is, I mean, being looked at thoroughly. So that's just why I wanted to chip in uh, earlier. Yeah, so the numbers are 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0889 2839 380889 283938 plus 231 777 959 959. Let's take your course on these conversations. What do you make of all the talking with all the conversations we've had here? Excuse me, I'm choking. That's why. Yeah. So let's hear you on 0777 959 959 0777 959 959. These are the numbers you can use to be a part of the show here. This is LIB Future TV on Kia Radio 95.9. A lot of things. Salaries from the presidency, luxurious vehicles for government officials, and what have you. And all of those things are playing around. And the country is rich with resources. But yes, we continue to struggle, and we can move forward. What do you unemployment, youth empowerment is still a challenge, and government comes and goes, but still nothing has. I mean, the country has not even gone anywhere. We're still the same since the civil crisis. What do you make of it? The army is challenged. All of these things. Let's hear you uh, as we take your course, Joseph.
Well, every sector of this country is drowning. The educational sector, the
Yes, so let me hold you there and get this person on. Good evening. Your name and where you call from?
I call it from Lakbasi, White Point.
Lakbasi, West Point. What is your name?
Augusta G. Tappe.
Okay, Augustus, let's hear you.
Yeah, we are in trouble in this country. We all believe that we elected someone to liberate up in anything that they feel, they themselves feel, that it was hammering the Liberian people. And they came to liberate the Liberian people, but they are doing a real harm to the Liberian people than what we were expecting. So, and we are looking at so many things, what is on the agenda for them. But they don't want to implement their agenda, and they are coming up with different excuse from someone within the legislature that something that happened is to do with or national issue, they forget about it. Meaning to the border issue, even if that is happening, someone make a statement. The fact they address the border issue first. You must set certain point because you can come back to whatever statement one person made. So that we are so disappointed. That is my view.
Okay. Thank you so much for your point. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0889 28 3938 0889 28 3938 plus 231 777 959 959 are the numbers you can use to be a part of the show. We also have 0889 283938. What do you make of all of these conversations here on 95.9? Let's hear you. What is it that you want to talk? We talk about you listen to Mr. Cummings as well. Talking about salaries for waiving his salaries. He does not need the salary as a president. He just wants to do according to you what the country desires. So what do you make of his statement and the various comments as well he made as well? What do you make of these things? Or we can hear you on 0777 959 959. Joseph, you are in flight.
Yeah, all of this key sectors within government is surrounding like the education sector, the security sector, and
yes, let me hold you there. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Mohammed Donzo.
Yeah,
welcome.
Good evening, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how you doing, Jeff?
Yes, we're good.
Yeah, how your panelists is doing too?
Good.
Yeah. Well, my name is Mohammed Donzo Fafana Jr. Well, I'm a proud son of Lofa County. Well, I listened to your conversation. I listened to Mr. Kumi, his statement, what have you. But I just want to butcher your panelists, by saying, I want to butcher them by saying that they gotta get away with the two party have failed the Liberian people. Because you cannot compare the Union Party and the CDC because the Union Party served 12 years. 12 years has president of this country. The current president was vice president and Mana Johnson. These people had the opportunity to elevate our country, and then they didn't do anything. According to the current president, he said that they squander all opportunity. He squander all opportunity. So then your parents are saying that they should go away with the two party, and the CDC only serves 6 years, and these people come and say 18 years. No one can 18 years, but they are doing nothing. We are not seeing no impact in our country. So your parents shouldn't compare the two party.
Okay.
Because the CDC did a massive development in this country. I did my survey, that you can call it, but I did my survey from 1847. Up to now, the CDC have done massive development by all the presidents. To my own survey.
Okay.
And then apparently, saying that the CDC, the government CDC, and the CDC, President he did go, he had the ability of being this country. But even though we are coming on a statement, but my suggestion here this evening, before coming, accede to the presidency, then you emerge with the CDC. He had a passion of being this country, and President had a passion of being the country. And these two people have a combination. It will be a good thing for the country. So before Mr. Comey and see, he should pass through with CDC. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, good evening.
Hi, Dina.
Masisi, we're doing good. Yeah. How are you? Welcome.
Yeah,
Masisi, how are you?
They have your video game. Okay. No, my son, right now when we're sleeping, we can't sleep for that border issue. because we're not getting no update from them. This is my situation. We're not getting no update. My time when we go to bed, we will sleep. Although our prayer point, we pray. What's more, let's go exposing them. We can't sleep. The people not giving you any update. The government not giving you any update that's happening to the Bolo. What the people are going back. What the people say, yeah, we don't know. What is unfolding now at that Bolo. So whatever we hear all this guys, we can't sleep. Who? So everyone sleep. We're afraid. Go. We don't get nowhere to go in this country now. Everybody afraid of us before our person say they got men in this country that already trained beside the army. They got me capture 3 million. Me capture a country and disarm them. Now we're afraid. Who know what posted the put you and say, oh, so you're Liberia, go back to your home. And everybody get that right, my son. Kumi has a right to say you want to be president in this country. Everybody can say they want to be president unless they level the people to vote for you. That's all. But pay a question and say, oh, he's going to be president, he's going to be this, he's going to be that. No, he's a Liberian. He has the right to be president. And level the Liberian people to vote for Kumi. I'm not going to vote for him. If you vote for Kumi, you'll be president. What you say, you implement it. So you can be president, do they want no? And let me put a phone for Kumi that one can say the Liberian. You know what will happen tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Francis.
I beg you, please.
Yeah.
I'm looking up to you. Okay, okay.
Okay, they're listening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, your name and where you call from?
I am Moses Lee here calling from Freeport.
Moses, let's hear you.
You know, my brother, those on the east, the country is faced with, particularly in all the sectors, the education. And then imagine you do enroll at the university, you write the entrance, you perform. But at the end result, you have to pay money before enrolling. So these are challenges that the government need to look at. And also to our border issue. But saying that the border issue arises, there has been no further information to know whether those people are still on our soil or they are departed to their homeland. So these are things that is bringing fear to the minds of the Liberian people. So I do say that the government is not being fair to Liberians. So there has to be something to us in such an issue like this. Because this is an issue that is an international issue for two nations. So that's my opinion today.
Thank you so much for your points. We're taking 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0889 28 3938 0889 28 3938. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes.
Sorry. I called earlier.
Okay. Let me take Edward Shannon. Welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, welcome. Good evening, man. Everybody.
Thank you. We're good.
Yeah, my brother. For me, I listened to Honorable Kumis on that during that interview. For me, what I believe, let me tell you, during the electoral process, my cousin West, because he my cousin, but when they get money, when he call their uncle, they call Loris, my dear Shannon. She called me, she said, look, Opa, I want you to vote for Cummings. And I said, why? She said, the man is made of a very good integrity. I said, but the boy had the number. She said, but how will he get a number when you saw the vote for him? You won't vote and say the number. So if somebody's going to get 10 and you vote, it will be 9. Talk. So what he has proven to me is that he's a very smart man when you get on the road and talk about the budget. Yeah, he will just split the budget all that. Then they were talking, he said something about the budget and the guy went behind him to check and the guy found out the CG. He said, yeah, you're correct. I said, this is a smart man. But you know, my brother, let me tell you something. For me, I got no reason to doubt Mr. Cummings when he said he will redirect his salary to education because he loves education. And what I think we Liberians we should be doing, we should be very happy that somebody will even be having a positive mind towards that. You can't say someone is lying when they haven't taken the position. Yeah, when I take something and I don't do it, then you say I'm lying. But you can't judge me as a teacher because 3 teachers went and collected money from the children in the classroom. They say Channel 2 will collect money. No, you can't judge people like that. For me, what I believe is though I didn't vote for Mr. Cummings, but I see him to be a very, very committed man, because every place he goes where he says he says the same thing. He doesn't change it. But we are watching the process.
Okay.
Yeah, we are watching the process. Some of us, we are not voting probably because we have our belly in the Unity Party since 1997. I've been voting for them, but nowadays I go to any minister say my children don't have food to eat. No. Look at the greater picture, which is the country. Okay. So we are starting the process, and I know before that time, once he's able to convince some of us who believe in his methodology and some of his manifesto,
okay,
we'll see what to do at the end of the day. But I wish him a very, very prosperous engagement, especially with the youth.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Edward. Let's take a member of the Unity Party Intellectual Bureau, Bako.
Wow. How are you, Chief?
I'm good, Bako.
Thank you so much, my care family, Jim. Thank you.
This is Jeff. James?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Jeff. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you for the topic. All run to the care family. You talk about Mr. Cummings. Yeah, we're coming together to form the marriage. Who the framework? I think coming out to fair with the Liberian people.
What did he do?
The framework. I won't think of that framework. And I they were not here, and we went to court in a place because we were coming to move the former government from power and were depending on what Kumi was there that made sure that he won over power. Everything was being away until the framework was being called by Kumi and the United Party, other parties got to leave, they leave.
Was it established? Was it established that he fingered the framework of the CPP?
No, Jeff. Jeff, the political party I came from,
Unity Party.
The Unity Party was similar set of people. Somebody pinned on that the framework, Mr. Kumi fingered that framework.
So I'm asking you, was it established? Was it a fact?
I can say yes.
You can say yes.
Yeah, I can say yes. Because what the party will stand to when what Kumi review. Can't only come back to the Liberian people that be president tomorrow, the salary of education.
Okay.
You will start people here. They don't come into the red thing, we put the omen bar. Who come to change nothing around here?
Okay.
Nothing will change. No comment will change. The party will just do the red thing for the Liberian people. Is that what yellow machine anchor? Is that what country road? Is that what you see? I have money. You see the minister upon minister working. We all got to come down to the Kumi and they want to build their country. And I joke back at one. Thank you, Gia. God bless you.
Thank you. This is Jeff. I keep telling you. Yes.
Jeff.
Masisi, you back?
Why does he have to make up things and lie on Mr. Cummings?
Yeah, go ahead, Masisi.
It will not tell keep you on the line. When he's there, when he makes him document. They forget to say Boka smart on the United Postman. They are liars. When he doesn't make him document, or I just they say after he carry, he got proof that he lied on that man that makes him document. Hey, Boka is talking about they say they're smart. He's a liar. You get that too.
Oh, you calling the president a liar?
Yeah, he's a liar too. He won't call me liar. How come me like raw? What's that say? President is a liar. Who he been the fuck out there? He tell how he been who the fuck out there? He said, oh, been it. Hey, last week I was saying, they come for all garbage. He's talking to Kumi. How come me a liar? Kumi figure document. He might tell on the radio. Don't do that for keep down the radio. He too hope for that.
The man
I
guy.
want to go back.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
he
So,
got
thank you. He
right.
gave
So
right
he
to
lied
call
on
my
the man.
sissy.
Yeah, he lied on the man. He got proof. See,
Okay.
when I say yeah, too, you got to get into the question. Then he said the man get right. They read behind the whole now on the radio.
Okay.
He laughed in public.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, my sissy. Hey, you know the party, the CDC people. 0
But he
triple
doesn't have
seven.
to make up things and lie and say fingering
Yeah.
documents. That was a lie. Never. And they went to court and everything. Joseph Boca looked at him and said he didn't know who Cummings was. After coming to Atlanta, recognizing Cummings, they went to school. They were classmates. They were serving the CPP together. He said he didn't know Mr. Cummings. I mean, they made it up and they cooked up that story so that they can break the CPP agreement and get out of the CPP agreement because they were afraid that if they honored the agreement and went to a convention with Mr. Cummings, that he would win and become the standard bearer for the group. And they wanted Joseph Boakai to become president, so they came up with that fake story and and lies. So it was never proven in court, and that was just a big vlog. So I'm sorry. If he can call and talk about the things that he thinks Unity Party is doing, he said yellow machines. Nobody has seen the yellow machine yet out doing anything. Nothing. We don't even know where all the yellow machines are.
Well,
I think some of them are in Sierra Leone. Where are the yellow machines, Jefferson?
Well,
They're keeping it for 2020 now.
What we've been told is that some of them are packed around Kirisburg and to train certain people, and there's certain money that's needed, to operate as well. That's the information we've gathered so far.
Yes, this is the problem. They don't have a plan. They just get up, jump up, go buy a machine. They don't know how they're gonna run the machine, who's gonna run the machine, where the machines are.
How will you have a popular work ministry, the Ministry of Public Work, and you bring in yellow machines and cannot put that yellow machine on the public works to manage? What sense does that make?
Okay,
that doesn't make sense.
0777959 959 077 959 959 9283938 0889283938 plus 231 777 959 959. Call any of those numbers and be a part of the show here tonight. LIB Future TV on Kia Radio 95.9. We're taking calls. We're also live on Facebook, KCN TV, and on YouTube, Kia Communications Network, as well as LIB Future TV Facebook page. You can follow as well and leave your comments. But we're taking calls. What do you make of the conversations tonight? All of the things that has been highlighted so far. What are your concerns? Let's hear you. And also, Mr. Cummings has said that, well, he will forego his presidential salary if he's elected president. And of course, and he also promised to donate it to charities across Liberia as a sign of selfless leadership. This person, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, your name and where you joined from?
My name is Matthew.
Matthew.
Matthew. I'm calling from District 17.
District 17. Let's say you, Matthew.
I want to ask a question here, please. I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
The way land every day. You said you only want to do if you can lie, everything they do in the school are so black. That's all la people in there too. Yeah, you can lie bad way. Let me just work out a man with my and the man say that day. When say want today, tomorrow change it. You say want tomorrow change it. That is the country, yeah? So you over 2029. We'll still win battle. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your points as well. We're taking more calls. 777-959-959 077-959-959-088-982. We lost that person right there. 283-938 plus 231 777-959-959. Let's hear you. We want to hear from you, the Liberian people. Those of you in Bong Mines, you in Bong County, you in Grand Bassa, you in Grand Jide as well. Want to hear you on some of these things. In Maryland, the political leader of ANC, Mr. Alexander B. Cummings, has vowed to forgo his salary. When he becomes president, his salary he will not take pay, he will just take it and send it to charity. Yeah. So that's what he says. What do you think? Good evening.
How are you?
Yes, we're good. Your name and where you joined from?
Maurice from Artington.
Say from Artington. You said what is your name?
Maurice.
Let's hear you. Yeah, we're not getting you clearly. You want to change your location?
Okay, you getting me now?
Yeah, perfect. Go ahead.
Yeah, what Mr. Kumi is saying, you're going to try and see. Yeah.
Yeah, that is my town, Artington.
Oh, you're from Artington?
Yeah, no, it's right behind the hydro.
Yeah.
We don't have lights.
Yeah.
No good road.
No light, no good road.
No development.
Nothing there.
And
actually, you can't even pass part of Artington.
When I went to Artington, the signboard was rusted. It was rusted. Yeah, I'm the one who put that new signboard there.
Oh, you put it there?
Yes, because when I went to Artington for the first time, I couldn't even read the sign. The sign was rusted.
Okay.
And that's a shame.
Well, he left the line. Okay. Wow. Okay. 07779599590 0777959 0889283938 plus 231 777959959. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Okay, that person left. Let me see if I can get the other one through. Good evening. Oh, you're beeping.
Yeah, imagine you drive through the hydro to get to Artington, no lights.
Oh, yeah. Good evening, your name and where you call from?
Good evening.
Yes, you live.
My name is Alvin Daniel and I call from the UN Draft.
Alvin Daniel.
Yes.
Welcome, my brother Alvin. It's been a while.
Yeah, thank God. At least we stay around.
Go ahead, Alvin.
My brother, let me first appreciate the Almighty God for pumping breath into us, our voices to be heard. And also let me appreciate you for making us to hear our view on the radio. My brother, for me, I keep saying that Mr. Comey will be a good president. He will be a good president. Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, very good. He will be a good president because when you see someone who is trying to do something, you can see the attitude and the movement, you will get to know that they want to do something. You getting what I'm saying? My only advice I keep giving Mr. Kumi every time I call on the radio, Mr. Kumi right now has to take the 15 political subdivision of Liberia, all the countries he's supposed to visit, all the districts in the country and make himself well known to the people because the 2023 election, I tell you, these men are brought out that damage on Mr. Kumi, a damage Mr. Kumi, and Mr. Kumi right now in Maserati Empire is different. But on the other side, Mr. Kumi has to make himself to be well known on the other side, let people affect the mind from the other side and pushing the reality because I can see the developmental behavior within Mr. Kumi. I remember during the campaign, Mr. Kumi probably on, I think it was Charlestown Road. He was acting and behaving. I get to know that when he became president, he will become a good president. I can see it within him. If 2029, if President we are not in the race, Mr. Kumi will be my spinner bro, and all my family will vote for Mr. Kumi when our time reaches. On a serious note, so everybody that will listen to my voice now, Mr. Kumi is one of the men that I think will make a good presidency because his behavior, his attitude, and his movement, you can tell that he will become a good president. Thank you.
Thank you, Arvin. Thank you so much. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, your name and where you call from?
Yeah, I'm Solomon Khan, calling from Boston.
Welcome, Solomon from Boston. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, okay, really, I want to say thank you very much for, hearing this about my president to come. You see, when it comes to the community, please give me a little meaning. You understand?
Yeah, go ahead.
We don't want good in this country. We really want good. We don't want president. And of course, let me tell you something. When it comes to election in this country, parliamentary election, or any kind of election for that matter, majority for minority important too much. Understand? Mr. Kumi is very much economical. Economical in the same years, the economic president is not a politician. These are the people that want to become president in this country. But Liberia, we don't know. Majority will go about again to be electing the CDC, Georgia, or Unity Party, Joseph Boca. That kind of style of leadership in this country, whether it is suffering gradually, seriously. So, the election to come, that's the 2029. I prefer Kumi as president. And of course, one thing I want Kumi to do, they color, I just left the land. The color said it right. Let Mr. Kumi forget about that way of, getting car up and down. Let him move from point to point the way Georgia, move around, we can't pass in that town, during the time of the campaign. Georgia move around up and down. Let Mr. Kumi move from door to door, from county to county, village to village, the main side, in Maryland, where he came from. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying Mr. Kumi is the president, rebel president of this country who can really put this country on the kind of economic map. This country does not need politician leader. This country need an economic leader. Mr. Kumi, along with the other guy here, how the Queen say, or Harry Moriba, the other men who are very economical, these are people who we should elect, not CDC, Georgia, and Joseph Boca, Unity Party, or retire them completely. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
So
Thank you, my
very
brother.
much.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Yes, your name and where you join from?
My name is Alison. I'm calling from District 7.
Allison. Let's hear you, Allison.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. You see, what happened here is that most of the candidates we're talking about, which is we're talking about somebody who very straight and we gotta look beyond the line, we gotta look beyond to see exactly, because Unity Party people can they lie, contain that's why they're confused now. So for any candidate to come up that would be Joe we are down, I don't see it now. Because we don't believe in any of those people there. Because we see exactly whatsoever we are be saying around the country here. Georgia, he came first. I start looking at the whole ramen roll up and down here and there. People come, they lie, they do all type of funny behavior to the Liberian people. They're calling people dog. They're calling people all type of, name and this and that. So, as for me, Kumi will do his best, but right now, Kumi, he will not get no space to say he become president here now.
Why?
As we're speaking.
Why?
Because why?
Mm-hmm.
The matter of fire is that Kumi, he not serious to meet up with the Liberian people.
When you say serious,
see, he's not
what do
serious.
you mean? What way will you term it? What is the seriousness that you need?
Yeah, because they are talking about Kumi, he's economy, he this and that. The rest are all type of, just the same scan, the other United Party people came.
Except they are saying, what do you know? What do you say? Not they are. What do you say? You in person.
Okay, what I'm saying here is that the people then they lie too much, so it's very hard for you to get trust in anybody right now besides Joe. We are right now as I'm speaking to you, boss man.
Okay. Thank you, my brother.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good evening. This is Ma'am Bindu.
Yeah, you know my normal coach.
Okay.
Really,
Yeah, man, we're good. Let's hear you.
the time Kumi was running. I really said invite Mr. Kumi, one of the representatives was running to say 7 years, they call it Wally Power. Today, now Wally Power pull street left from in the West Point. That is street left on Nana. When LC go that street left can be all where Wally Power him in West Point. Because I know if Wally Power come and when Mr. Kumi come, he will try a best. But only thing I will tell Mr. Kumi now, he have to get us the youth. He be communicating with the youth. He more can volunteer working a sweeping job to be doing some sweeping job in the community. And he can buy a few wheelbarrow. He give it to for chairman. What will be straight? He give it to the youth to do small work to get 500, 200 by day. It will be all right for him. Then he will hold ground. But it be like day until the time for him. You know always they put they already we are popular. None all the United Party people they want to get all that job. We are all the United Party people, all the crime behind.
So you want Mr. Cummings to get on his feet?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to get on his feet. That's the only way.
Okay. Thank you, Mama Bindu. Thank you so much for your points. Yes, Edward, Shannon, you want to weigh in again?
Yeah, man, I beg you. Let me weigh in on something. My brother, you know, someone talk about lie and that. Let me say something. I'm a civil servant. People should do quick reflection before they say things. I can remember when the former president, he came from one of these countries on the airport, Roberts International Airport, when he was asked, and he said he didn't know civil servant was less. In fact, he didn't know that any government will go making less than 150. We all were happy around here, jumping up, one touch the city and all those kind of things in our home. After a month, what did they do? Instead of, he said he didn't know, he cut our money down to nothing that is affecting some of us today. So when people talking about lie and not being serious, I think the former president is a direct replica of what that brother who just dropped the line said. When we're talking about serious-minded people, when they talk about academically sick people, individuals of integrity and astute character, Cummings, when you're talking about that, Cummings is the head of that. When they talk about people with good character, he's a replica of someone with good character.
What does he? Ask him. What does he think about the proposal of $300 to $400?
Edward, can you hear Miss Gibson? Yeah, she's saying something. Miss Gibson, go ahead.
What do you think about Mr. Cummings?
No, Shannon, she's asking you. Just hold on. Yeah, she's asking you.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
What do you think about Mr. Cummings' proposal of $300 to $400 a month?
Hello?
Did you hear her?
No, I didn't hear her. You can relay it.
So, yes, she's asking salary increment from $300 to $400 monthly.
For civil servant.
For civil servants.
Salary increment?
Yeah.
I say, we are redeeming, harmonize our salary.
So what do you think, Mr. Cummings, according to her, that Mr. Cummings has said for civil servant salary will be increased to $400?
Let me tell you something. The person who tried to tell me about Cummings, that person got nothing. She has nothing to lose, and she's just seeking to achieve anything when they talk about life right now. She has built her life and just wants something better for this country. I believe it's not 100% or 85% of what Kumi is saying that he will do for the Liberian people, even besides say whatever. I trust him. He can do it. When they talk about lies, George Reakim, he lied to us. And Joe Biden is at the verge of doing the same thing in harmonization. They're able to take it from there. We stay suffering. When Mother Teriki, she gave some of us associate degree making 8,000 plus, some of us making 60,000. The money where the janitor they're making, the security they're making, and what we're making.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So when they
Edward.
talk about lie, he should go back. He should do a reflection
Okay.
before you talk about a different character lie. Thank you.
Thank you, Edward. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, Jeff.
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm not having the guy who just left the line. I think you people discussing about Mr. Comey goodness toward our country. Let him not bring in. I tell you, I just to I'm just not easy for myself. And so let me please when I discuss Mr. Comey, let me discuss the issue.
Okay.
We are
okay.
We are keeping the football page. Okay. We are keeping the football page. You know, also the channel is weak. Forgetting to know that every channel in the is the latest channel. Getting it? When you look at the budget, when you say something, but when you look at it, when IMF came in with a request, nothing you could do. So you shouldn't come on the radio and try to
okay. Thank you. I will not dialogue. Thank you.
Please,
Thank you, Alvin. Thank you. Good evening.
Take one more.
Yes. Your name, where you call from?
Yeah, David Momo calling from Bonafan.
David Momo, you call from where? Bonafan.
Bonafan.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Dave.
You know, I love Mr. Kumi. Mr. Kumi is one of the very intelligent Liberians I ever see. I had so many bad things about Mr. Kumi. He one day make a comment to dedicate anybody. He just left it just like that. You know what the current president faced so much in the region because he lied on Mr. Kumi. You can be a deacon in your church, holding a position serving as God are. Then you lie on somebody. The thing the president do. That's why I see God.
So who the deacon? Like who the deacon?
Deacon Waka. The man is a deacon after Bible church, my brother. You see, that one you went to the court in court testify against Mr. Kumi. You know, it brought tears to my eyes. So see, you and somebody got together, share one common goal for the sake of Mama Laburo. If you want to leave the friendship, tell the parents and Mama to that leaving the friendship. But you can't go and sit and laugh between me and go and take off. Now I see. You see that one of the government I ever see that so many bad things happen and no international community can get air to Liberia because of what they did not go.
Okay.
You know, Mr. Kumi has been one of the best presidents for Liberia. Kumi now have division. Kumi have said we are. And Kumi see we are and son and see we are I president at that time. But they are president used to call we are Mr. We are. He never ever year left. Call we are president.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We can't take calls anymore. Yes, Miss Gibson, listen to the calls.
Yes, I think they were very good. I always love to hear all the calls. Thank everyone for calling. And you know, we did this topic very well. We spoke about it, and I think a lot of people are recognizing, their eyes are open, that we all just want to see a better Mama Liberia. So thank you, Joseph.
Well, let me extend my devious thanks and appreciation to all of our callers and those watching. Well, it is about time that we as Liberians, parents, and guardians make that right decision come 2029. Let us vote. It is coming. Let's do away with this CDC and unity party thing so that our country can move forward. Thank you. See you next Wednesday. Goodbye.
Indeed, next Wednesday we'll be here. My name is Jefferson Weah. Until then, but tomorrow, another edition. The prime time comes on. Have yourselves a blessed day from Monrovia.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.